All right, guys. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the almighty unemployment rate. Okay, so if you have no idea what the unemployment rate is, effectively, the government issues a percentage rate of how many people are unemployed, meaning they don't hold a job or they don't want to hold a job, right? That number hovers anywhere between 3% and sometimes even 6%, right? It can hover anywhere between there, and it means a lot of things for a lot of people, but at the same time, it means very little. But it can have a huge impact on recruiting and the market for recruiting, and sometimes very much in our favor. Let me tell you a little bit about how much we are currently favored in recruiting and how much opportunity there is as recruitment in general with our current unemployment rate. So, like I was mentioning, a higher unemployment rate can increase the amount of talent, right? It can increase and bloat that talent pool available on the streets, right? They're not literally on the streets, they're in their houses and condos. But anyways, that talent pool is there, right? There is a bigger talent pool of people that we can actually poach, we can find, we can work with, right? We can actually attract them to jobs that we have, right? We have clients, they need jobs, they want to get back to work, and there's a larger pool of them. It makes pretty simple sense to me, right? Now, there's one particular element that I personally enjoy about a higher unemployment rate is that you have a higher number of specialists, right? Meaning like full stack developers, data scientists, like doctors, like people that are in high demand, right? So in every candidate pool, you're going to have sectors of every type of position, right? You don't just have like a huge layoff of one sector, right? You have kind of everybody. It's a whole pie of all types of positions. So when you are looking at this unemployment rate, just know that you have people in tech, you have people in finance, you have people in healthcare, right? Very sought after, high paying fee placement jobs. So this is really, really good for you. Oh, I forgot, probably the most important part of the video. Are you in Recruiter Empire? My free Facebook group, link in description. There are 16,000 of us in the Facebook group, and every single Thursday I do a live training, and we do all kinds of things like collaboration, interaction, engagement. I'm there all the time asking and answering questions. Like, I love interacting with all of you guys. So please definitely join the Facebook group. Let's get on with the video. Oh, and by the way, since the unemployment rate is fluctuating like all the time, we talk about it all the time in the Facebook group, which is really, really important because you definitely want to know where it sits at any given time because it has major changes on the economy. All right, so check this one out. When you have a higher unemployment rate, right, you have a lot of people that are unemployed. Clearly, that's kind of a double entendre. But with that being said, you have people that you have leverage against, right? You have candidates that you can basically utilize your leverage to put them in a position where they have less leverage, right? So they'd be more willing to take that position because you have that leverage, because you have that piece of the pie, and they'll maybe skip out on that, vacation week that they wanted, or they might skip out on some of the benefits that they wanted, right? Or they might take a little bit of a salary cut, right? Something like that, because you have leverage. I'm not saying this is a thing to do, like it's a, nefarious thing that you should go and do. I'm just saying you have leverage, right? And I'm always going to call out leverage when you've got it. And hey, last but not least, a higher unemployment rate leads to more relationship building. You're going to have a lot of interaction with a lot of job candidates and a lot of clients at the same time. This is a perfect time for you to build really strong, solid relationships, both with those candidates and with those clients, right? And set up a future job pipeline, right? Maybe you place somebody in a position, but you keep in contact with them, right? Maybe you place somebody in a role, but you keep in contact with that client, that hiring manager, right? Because the next time they need to hire, who are they going to call? Not Ghostbusters, right? You. But here's the deal. Pipe this up so that you can set it up in a way where you are basically the middleman, middlewoman, so that you have a huge pipeline on either side, right? It's just going to work in your favor when there's a high unemployment rate. Too many people to interact with, too many people to build relationships with, and that's always a good thing. All right, guys. So besides doing me the biggest favor of the day and joining my free Facebook group, Recruiter Empire, link in description, 16,000 of us. You don't want to miss it. I'll see you in there, and you will see me in my next YouTube video.